obviously they say the Earth is flat. There's this dome over. So when we look at like right now,
really. So flat earthers are basically roaming around one giant titty.
Basically. Yeah. So
they're funneling that one tit.
Yeah.
We could never ever be ready to give up or get stuck in our first gear. Cause the things were frightening you, we touch with no fear. You are wait for tomorrow until up to next year. We no waste time, we are moving with no fear. Bad mind, no fear. Babylon, no fear. Success, no fear. Cut checks, no fear. Up death, no fear. Rejection, no fear. Tell the bus driver we are right without fear.
Okay, they say space is like unlimited.
Right.
Like there is no end.
Right.
And we believe that. Most of us believe that.
Right. Yeah. Most of us do, absolutely.
But it's not proven.
Right.
Right? It's just whatever math they use, whatever space math they have. It's like, that's what they come up with. That's what makes the most sense, that it goes on for infinity.
Right.
But why do we have to have that answer? Why can't we just be like, we don't know how deep it goes and just settle for not knowing? You know what I mean? Why do we? Because I personally don't believe when they say it goes on for infinity. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Open shit.
I'm not gonna believe it until
until it's proven.
Yeah.
Or unless if you look for a solution yourself.
Well, that's why motherfuckers trying to say the Earth is flat, because they're trying to say space doesn't go further because there's something stopping it from going.
So they're saying that we're in
it's kind of half a dome, like So the Earth is obviously they saying the Earth is flat. There's this dome over. So when we look at like right now,
really. So flat earthers are basically roaming around one giant titty.
Basically, yeah. So
they're funneling that one tit.
Yeah. Okay. So these people don't. These people, for one, don't believe that space goes out further. You know what I'm saying? So which is crazy, because me personally, I think it's fucking crazy that people even think this is a fucking dome stopping shit.
Yeah. Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
Because it hasn't been proven.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Because it hasn't been proven. Like
that's what I'm saying. Just because, even for flat earthers, they believe it's flat because clearly they don't have enough, or they don't believe the evidence that's been given, right?
Right.
So for them, just because they don't believe the evidence that they're given, they just create in their mind, okay, if it's not round, then it's got to be flat.
Right.
But they really can't prove that it's flat.
Right.
So, but they want an answer. They want to give themselves an answer. Like, it's cool with just not knowing. If you can't fathom that the world is round, then don't go say it's flat if you can't prove that it's flat. Just say, yo, I don't believe it's round. I don't know what it is, and just accept the fact that you don't know. You know?
I think that's hard. I think that's too hard for people to
just not have an answer. Right?
Yeah, to not have an answer. I don't
get it, man.
Somehow,
I'm cool with not knowing,
crazy, like not knowing. Like,
I don't know.
That's like somebody asking you a question that they know the answer to. They be like, how could you not know that? How could you not know that? It's like, well, that person's content with not knowing the answer and really doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. So, it is what it is. Like,
but then you lose purpose though. I feel like if a lot of people are like, say, okay, things that we don't know that's concrete, we're gonna say, okay, we don't know, it's up in the air. But then you can look at life, there's only one thing that's concrete, if anything, is what they say, death and taxes, right? But even we don't know what death is, right? We don't know what death is, because nobody's come back to say, death is this, and then therefore it changes how we outlook the outlook of life.
Right.
That's true.
So with that being said, if nobody were to know the answer to anything in life, why the fuck are we here? And I think people are scared of that, because without purpose in life, what's stopping us from taking a bullet to the head?
We need to know. But that's even crazy too. Like, say this for instance, people need to know. If you think if a person knew that they were gonna die on a specific day and how they were gonna die, that they would go in that area or do what they would do when they die.
They would
try to avoid it.
They would do it to avoid it. So it's kind of crazy. It's almost like people want the answers, but
do they really? Right?
Do you really need the answers? Right? Do you really need the answers? And sometimes, I guess, and that's crazy. Sometimes having the answers with the whole death thing, right? If you knew you would die, sometimes you may change a whole different timeline or something, right? Because maybe your death, I mean, God forbid, maybe your death was supposed to save millions of people. Right. But like, oh shit, man, that ride or those steps or that bridge isn't stable. You've been walking for years, and then you're supposed to die on that bridge, but you like, I'm not dying on that bridge. Set the example to save people, but then you like, okay, I know the answer, so I'm not going that way, so motherfucker's just gonna die, right? So it's kind of crazy. So should we know the answer to everything? I don't know, man.
Another wild thing too is like, I think like it's this crazy thing that I believe is like, I think that when we die, is just like waking up. You know what I mean?
I believe that too.
And I think that if that was concrete and proven,
oh man,
we'd all kill ourselves, man.
Yeah, just to wake up,
just to wake up, right?
Damn.
Like people would,
like the Matrix. Like in the Matrix, when they was like, yo, if you die in the Matrix,
you actually die.
When you die in the Matrix, you come out of the Matrix into the real world.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck, but even in the Matrix, you have people wanting to go back into the Matrix. Like, I want to go back into the Matrix.
Right.
I want to forget this shit ever happened. I want to.
Because it's so hard to believe, right? Like, am I really?
Right. Even when your man was like, "Yo, when I taste this steak, I know it's not gonna taste like steak. It's gonna taste like chicken because it's all the Matrix knows." He's like, "I want to go back inside the Matrix." He said, "I don't want to know nothing." See? Because all the answers he knew, he wanted to go back because he didn't want to know all that shit. So that's kind of crazy. So do we really want to know all the answers?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, we shouldn't be given an answer to we don't know. We just don't know. And what's crazy to me about this whole back to the space thing is like people will accept when say science is wrong. It's like, okay, so they say Pluto isn't a planet for whatever reason, right? It's in the history books for encyclopedias or whatever for so long that we learned that Pluto is a planet, right? But as technology advances, they change it for the reasons that they have, right? And it's like we accept it. But it's like, okay, well, what else are they wrong?
That's crazy, right?
And then are we just gonna accept it? Say, for example, okay, they change their minds and say the world is flat. Are everyone gonna just believe it? Are we just gonna accept it because technology got better? You know what I mean?
But I think that's the point. It's like to relate it back to say the government. Like, we as a people, like the community, we gave our rights to sovereigns to sort of take care of us so that we didn't have to do all of that stuff. So it's like when we talk about the scientists and all of these like scholars, the academics, like that know all of this science shit, astrophysicists and all of that, astrology, we delegate those of higher status
So
to dictate what it is what's outside of this world. And I think there's do you want to be thinking about that every day, or do you want to be thinking about other things in life and pursuing other things in life? And so that's my point, is that like not everybody can, farm the land or take care of the housing or take care of the water system or take care of like what's up in the sky. What if like a meteor or like an asteroid? What if the sun were to explode? Well, like we as individuals, like the average thinkers or the average people in the communities in society, we don't have enough time to dedicate our lives to that sort of cause. So we delegate it to these people that are doing the research and putting the funding and all of that. So we trust them. We're trusting them to tell us the truth and to update us on any other changes so that we can have families, send our kids to school, go to the park on a Sunday.
Human being shit. Basic shit we got to do.
So okay, and with that being said, how do you guys feel about like say Area 51?
Okay.
Clearly, it's common knowledge that they're not say hiding, but they're withholding information from the general public.
Right.
So why do you think that is? Like, why do you think is that? You think that's for social security, like national security?
Honestly, I think
not to create chaos.
For the same reason that we spoke about, people don't know when they're gonna die. If you knew, certain shit was going on. You wouldn't live your life the way you're supposed to. You change what you're supposed to do to focus that. Say whatever. Say if God, you got to be pretty like disconnected if you don't think like other life exists out there, right? Or even on this planet, other than intelligent life, other than human beings or whatever. I mean, it cannot mathematically be disproved that aliens don't exist on planet or don't exist on other planets. It's shit like that. It's mathematically you can't disprove it. That's it. No, you can't disprove mathematically. You cannot. But anyways, that's another topic we'll get into. But the point is like, yo, when you if they say, yo, listen, okay, aliens exist. They've been walking around us. Maybe your teachers or your coworkers are aliens. Now what happens? You like, I fucking knew it. Didn't I tell you such and such accurate? Now you so focused on what you didn't know, but you thought you did. You can't even pick your kid up from daycare now. Now to go pick your kid up from daycare, you're like, okay, I gotta take my kid out of daycare now, and the world is ending. But the world is not ending because this has been going on before they tell you, right? And if they didn't tell you, you'd still be picking a kid up from daycare, going on dates. But now that you know and you got the official word, okay, aliens exist, they here. There's a ship hovering over Toronto for the past 50 years. People lose their mind. They won't be able to focus on nothing else but that. You know what I'm saying? So if that shit was there the whole 50 years and people getting shot and killed and life still going on and movies are still happening and you know life's still happening and that should never affect us, why should it affect us now that we know it's there? But that's exactly what happens. So then they're like, you know what? We don't even need to tell you. That too, right? Think about two parents that's getting a divorce, that don't tell their kids everything, right? You don't want them when you're going through the divorce and you tell your kids what happened, they can't function in school. The kids are fucking up in school. They get behavioral problems and shit like that, right? But if you don't tell them and you and your wife and your spouse work it out, the divorce out without the kids knowing, and you're still keeping it cool and keeping it silent like the government, everybody else doing, then once it happened and they ease them into it, it's like, okay, well, mom and dad's getting along, they getting along with it, being divorced, so why don't we accept it? But once they at each other's throat, like, it's because of you, now the kids are fucked up. So it'll be the same for us, right? Once they tell us this exists, we be like, oh, why the fuck y'all didn't tell us all this time? All this time y'all had us, now we focus on the wrong thing. All the time they been lying to us, we gonna destroy some shit. It's like, see, this is why we didn't tell you.
Okay, but with
you know what I'm saying?
No, that makes perfect sense. But with Area 51, I think most of the the most credible whistleblowers and people that have said, what I got out of it is that they're working more on, say, aircraft.
Exactly.
More than like I don't really hear much alien talk. Alien talk is really between the public and what the public, like say yourself, believes. But what we've really heard, like concrete evidence from whistleblowers, is mainly about like aircraft or whatever the fuck, right? It's not really
what kind of aircraft? Like
reverse
technology?
Exactly. But think about it, it's reverse, like stealth, right? But they reverse engineering aircraft. So where did they get this material from? When you reverse engineer something, it had to be already made. Right? So to reverse engineer something, somebody got to find an airplane on another planet from here and be like, okay, we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna reverse engineers. We're gonna take this technology and see how they made the wings and shit and the long plane. We're gonna make it shorter and rounder. So that makes that's what it is. So these people find alien crafts and then reverse it. So it's coming from someplace. So aliens most likely have to exist for the technology to come from something.
And that might be a cover too. That it's that might be a cover. This whole we don't know where it came from.
But that's what I'm saying.
They probably stole this shit from China. These motherfuckers.
And China stole it from North Korea.
Right. And North Korea could have stolen it from some motherfucker that made it in his basement. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
But obviously they're making groundbreaking discoveries over there. Like shit is same with like NASA. Like I think NASA is definitely should be like they should be rewarded for finding out a lot, like inventing a lot of shit. Like you know what I mean? Like groundbreaking a lot of shit.
But the question
we're so focused on aliens, like we're so distracted that we think these guys have aliens.
Well, the irony is that maybe we are the aliens.
And we don't even know it. And we don't know it.
We don't know it yet.
You know what I mean?
Some studies do say that. Say we are a descendants of aliens. Like from like another planet. Experiments. Like people been saying for a long time, like we might be experiments and shit like that, right? Because you know, it's I say all the time, man. That Big Bang Theory shit, that I don't believe. I don't believe that Big Bang Theory shit.
Hold on, slow down. You don't believe
the Big Bang Theory?
Which is
the Big Bang Theory is like it was explosions in fucking the universe.
Okay.
And then planets formed, right? So all that shit went up there.
From explosions.
Explosions and bright lights and whites, and then the planets were here.
So we're talking about
like that. So it's like,
this is what would you say? How long? Like 200 million years ago?
200 million.
Billions.
Is that
trillions?
So that's when they're saying the Big Bang happened?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. But I don't believe that because if you think about it, we're equipped with shit that we need.
Everything, like, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't
everything we need,
everything we need.
we just know exactly how to use everything we have.
Okay, no. So when I say everything we need, I'm talking about I'm talking about an organism.
If we had 3 hands, life would be crazy. 4 hands, that's what we need.
I'm good.
What you talking about?
4 hands?
2 hands. Look at this: 2 hands, 2 legs.
But then that means you need like two more extra joints.
I tell you,
that takes away from the body.
We're good with what we have, but what we need. Hold up, it's like a robot. They always say how like they're making all these robots in the form of like a human, like, like 2 hands and it's like, why would you make that's so limited?
Why is that the template?
Exactly, that's so limited. Like 2 hands, like why not give them 4 hands?
Wasn't there a god like Vishnu had like 8 arms?
Right, it makes more sense, right? It makes more sense. This motherfucker be. Who knows what the fuck? How much more could be accomplished with that?
That's how God created the earth in 7 days, because he probably had like a bunch of tasks, right?
There we
and
go.
He was this giant fucking being, right?
Yeah, so I think we're good with we figured out how to use everything we have down to a pinky, small toe.
I shit is so perfect though, man. From the fucking 5 fingers to the lines in the front of our hands and the back of our hands that allow me to do this. Like,
and this is just exterior that you're looking
at. If this line wasn't here,
right?
If that line was there, that line wasn't there, I couldn't do this fully. I couldn't go like this.
Crack your fingers.
But because that line is there, it allows to close over here. When I open up, look at that.
And
then this shit here, these lines, those are the exact perfect lines in my hand for me to close.
Right.
That's fucking crazy, right? That's insane, man.
For sure.
I think that's so dope. But that's why I don't believe in that Big Bang Theory, man. I think we were definitely made, man. I think motherfuckers
made
was
by
like
something
or somebody
entity?
was like, you know what? Hey, Enoch. Pass me that plutonium crystalline over there. There you go. Watch this shit. Watch this.
So so
they created the planets though.
Who made what made them? Who made what made them?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody was grabbing shit and putting shit together. That's a good question, man. Somebody made them. Then they
Who made the planets?
That's the hardest thing to believe. That's the hardest thing to believe.
Wait, actually, the question too is, do we really want to know?
No, because some planets some planets are helium, or straight up just water, like hydrogen. It's like some planets are just certain elements, and some are like they're not consistent with one another.
Uninhabitable. Some planets are uninhabitable, but some are. But think about this. Do we really want to know all that shit? But do we really want to know who made the planets, or what made the planets, or who or what made us?
Absolutely,
do we really want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
But we just established that if we know, man, it can change our fucking lives.
We made change, bro. Look at the shit we're worried about, man. We're worried about. Oh man,
that's
my lips need to be bigger. I gotta inject this. I gotta inject that. We're worried about the wrong shit.
That's true. That's true.
It belittles us, you know. We think so small, without thinking about how the fuck can we create life on, say, Jupiter, or Saturn, Mars. Like, how can we do what we've done here? But do it better on a different planet and not fuck up this planet.
And the reason people would think like you're thinking right now, why not inhabit another planet, is because to think like that, you would have to accept the fact that this Earth planet may not be here for us to inhabit one day, right? So that's the only reason you'd want to leave, right? Why would you want to leave unless you know that it's gonna get destroyed?
No, the way I see it is this. Okay, let's just look at it as art, like painting. If you created a masterpiece, well, that's one canvas. And you've done it before, and you've seen, oh wow, that was amazing. That's a masterpiece. That's brilliant. It's a genius on canvas. Wouldn't you want to start another canvas to either refine what you've done to better master,
to make it better, right?
So
in the learning process, technically, we should be getting better at what we doing. We should be like he said, right in the canvas, right? The first painting, it's like, okay, the arm is a little frilly, all right, but the colors are good. All right, the next one, the arms are a little bit more tight, but the face is a little bit distorted. Okay, I got my arms. So as you keep going, the picture's supposed to look better and better. Then when you confident in your creation, it's supposed to be like, there it is. The fucking colors are there. The body is there properly. Everything is there, but
and you do it on multiple canvases. You don't fixate on the one canvas, because too much of that work and change, it muddies up the canvas, and then all of a sudden you get
it ruins that one. It ruins that whole creation.
The authenticity of like the original sort of approach.
Let me tell you something. So that would only work if the other canvas has the same qualities as Earth, like oxygen, like, because we only know how to breathe and here, right?
That you know of.
So that you know of. So you say we go to another planet, it would have to have the same conditions for us to have it.
Same conditions, or we'd have to be able to live in like shuttles.
What do you think would be different?
Or we'd have to be able to either. I'm pretty sure we could terraform another planet.
Explain.
You know what terraform is?
Tell me.
For those of you out there who don't know, probably don't know what terraform is. Terraform is when you change the ecosystem or environment to fit what you need.
No, we can't do that.
Are you crazy? You don't think we're doing that?
Yo,
that's what.
Look how long it's taking us to change.
That's what global warming basically.
Yeah, but look how long that's taking. Look how long that's taking. And that's also arguable.
But terraforming takes process. It's not over a year or 2 years.
Right.
Terraforming can happen over 500 years. That's when you the climate change will change, right? It'll start getting warmer.
I think 500 years is way too short a time
for terraforming.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. We've never actually seen it. I've never seen it done. So I've only heard about it. I've never seen it done, so I don't really know how long it takes, right? They could terraform something in 100 years or 50 years.
Yeah, we're talking billions of years for terraforming.
Billions of years?
But why not just
billions? I don't know, man.
Scientifically, so like put it this way: it's like we can go underwater.
For how long?
Because we built submarines.
Yeah, but if we get out of the submarine, how long will we?
But see, that's the point. Is that maybe that's what I'm trying to get at? Is the evolution scientifically is that to live in, say, space or a different planet like Mars, we create these domes, these sort of that encapsulate,
But then that would defeat the whole purpose of even being there.
Not really, because you can say here. On Earth, sure, we can breathe the oxygen and stuff, but we still built buildings because we didn't want to live on the land. Same concept, right? We still have built roofs over our head because we didn't want the rain hitting our face.
Of course, but who do you know that's in a building besides, even prisoners have to go outside in the yard.
Right.
Once the fucking...
Do they let them out though?
Do they let them out? You know what I mean? It's like... I hear what you're saying, but like, even with the whole submarine thing, it's like, you're right, man. More than one or two people should be able to breathe for more than 15 minutes on the water. And we're not...
more than 15 minutes on the water? Breathe or hold our breath?
Hold the breath.
Okay, right.
How do we not have gills?
What these motherfuckers doing, I don't know.
How do we not evolve into having gills and shit right now?
But maybe it's because we didn't spend enough time underwater to develop that.
Or...
evolve.
Because we can't.
Or check this out. Or maybe we have evolved
into
doing different things, and the government killed motherfuckers off. And be like, yep, they won't know about you.
Or you gotta die on Earth to be able to live on Mars.
There we go.
Astroplaning.
There we go.
That makes a bit more sense.
Listen, man.
Or even on the water, you come back as a shark or something.
Yeah. It's almost like this. In order to graduate high school, you gotta pass grade 1, grade 2, all the way up to grade 12.
Exactly.
So we as human beings gotta advance.
Damn.
You gotta learn.
So what grade are we in right now on Earth?
Grade 1.
That's it, eh?
How many planets are there?
12? Is that what we agree on? No, because Pluto's not one anymore, so we got dropped.
11th grade.
The sun, maybe?
But listen, how cool is this?
Sorry, but
How cool is this?
It's a planet star, we get energy.
How cool is this that they had, way back, they had this drawing of the 12 planets surrounding the sun.
Right.
When we didn't have telescopes to even look that deep.
Right.
But they figured that somehow they figured that out.
How could they figure it out? They got that information from someplace. They got that help from someplace. But they won't tell
or do you think that maybe we were way more advanced than we are now, but with all the mass destructions that happened, we just, we lost all the fresh starts that we had.
The mass destruction dumped us down.